if you feel the need, please. Like I was saying, we're in the midst of a drought. It appears to be getting worse, and I don't know what you folks think about climate change, but this drought, every year we hear it's getting worse. We see fire behavior that we have never seen before, and this year is no different. Starting out early, it looks like our fuels conditions currently, live fuel moistures are down in the 60 percentile, where normally this time of year we should be looking at 120. Our heavy fuels that we use as an indicator of really what the potential is they're in the single digits. And when they burn down on the controlled burns that we've had this year, they're burning down to fine white ash, which is pretty much unheard of. The fire that we have currently going to smoke you see out on the mountain right now is coming from grants from the two fires we had out there, one of which was an escaped prescription fire that they were trying to manage in the Blue Water area. And the large fire that we've got burning in Oklahoma, sad to say we lost one individual on that fire yesterday. And that fire is currently, I believe, at close to 400,000 acres. So it's severe and it's continuing to get worse. Now we've done a lot of good work on the laboratory and in cooperation with some of our land management agencies and doing some thinning work after the Sierra Grande, after the Los Conchas. But you have to understand that the fuel situation is not static, it's dynamic. So what we're looking at is we've removed some of the overstory, thinned some of those heavy fuels in the area, but we haven't eliminated the fire danger. We've simply changed the type of fire that we can expect. So what we're looking at now is perhaps a lower intensity ground type fire, but it's fueled by those fine fuels that we had that weather anomaly last year with the wet summer, that right in the middle of the drought, and we kind of were hoping that was the end of the drought. However, what it did is it created this regen of fine fuels throughout the area. So we got those tall standing fuels, we had no snow. That snow packs down those fuels and doesn't make them, they're not available to burn. So we didn't have that. So currently what we have is we have those tall standing fuels in the area. We didn't get the winds, the snow, so the leaves even on the oak are still standing on the oak. So we end up with an elevated fuel bed that is more available to burn at a much more rapid rate. And those fires, those fine type fires actually killed more people than those timber fires that you see, those crown fires that roll through the area. So it's a dangerous situation, and it's widespread. Resources are going to be stretched. We already know that. We've started our fire season, our readiness review, 30 days early to try to make sure we could prepare for this. As far as what we're doing on the laboratory, we've taken some positive actions into getting our fire roads in shape, getting our fire breaks reinforced, doing some defensible space work around the building. And when I say defensible space, I know that's the buzzword for the business that we're in. You hear a lot of that, clean up and do the defensible space. But defensible space means just that it has to be defended. And when you think about our fire department here, we've got 130-man fire department, 40 people on staff at any one time. So if you take that and figure each, an engine is going to occupy at least 3 people, and it's probably going to take 2 people to defend each structure. So we can defend probably effectively 5 structures at one time. So that doesn't leave us a lot of room. So what I prefer to term this, and the work that we like to do at the laboratory is more a survivable space. So we can create something that has that fuel level reduced to the amount that the fire can burn right up to the site, close to the site, drop to the ground, and then creep up and not actually involve the structure. So that's what we tune our models to. That's what we try to achieve whenever we're doing those fuel mitigation treatments. And how we achieve that is using that Simtable technology. And you folks are welcome to come out and visit us out at the fire base. Part of what I was alluding to earlier is that cohesive work that we do with all of our other cooperators, is that we're housed at a T-49 at the Interagency Fire Base. We're in the same office with elements of the Forest Service and the Park Service. So all of the fire managers for the region are housed in one location. So we can coordinate face-to-face on a daily basis. It's not just when I come up with a harebrained scheme, I can walk down the hall and talk to somebody who really knows and get some good sound advice. The other thing we do is we tie into each other's projects. So if Bandelier is conducting an operation, a thinning project, a burn operation, we can review those plans and see how we can best enhance those on the laboratory and possibly make them more effective. And we've been successful in doing that. During the Los Conchas fire, I don't know if you're familiar with the activity we had on the laboratory, but the Bandelier was planning a burn on that south side of the highway before the Los Conchas. We looked at that plan and we decided there was one spot that the fire could possibly jump and come onto Llano property. So we treated that area, approximately 300 acres. And during the Los Conchas fire, that was the one spot that the fire did jump the highway. We were able to contain it and keep it down to less than 3 acres. So we were just, sometimes it just pays better to be lucky than good.